this session we will start our second module. The first topic in the second module is HTML tables. So this session will explain how to create tables in HTML. Let's explain with the help of an example. We will try to create a marked list, which is the best example for a table. So let's start creating the HTML file. So the first tag is the doc type HTML, and then the opening tag is HTML, closing tag is /HTML. Within HTML we have a head tag and a /head tag, and within that title you can give marked list as title. Let's save the file now. Let's save it in documents id02csv, and this marked list.html. Okay, so this is the head tag, and after the head tag we can have the body tag. Okay, and within the body tag we can have a heading, say mark list of some student XYZ. Okay, so let's save this file and see how this looks like. So that's it. We have only some heading here, mark list of XYZ. We want a table below this. So the tags used for creating table are, the first tag is table tag itself, and the closing tag is /table. Okay, within that we need rows and columns. So first we will say a row which is specified using tr, and the closing tag is /tr. And within each row we will have different columns, right? So the columns can be specified using one of the two tags, either td or th. Th is used for heading rows and td is used for the other rows. So obviously the first row will be heading, so we can use the th tag here and say name as the first column heading. The second column can be the internal marks, so let's say internal, and close it using /ts. And the third column can be external, and close it using /ts. And finally we can have a maximum mark. If you want, I can write it in separate lines so that it will be easier to read. The third column is external and the fourth column is maximum, or let's say total marks, and the final column is maximum marks. You can have one more column for the status, either passed or failed. So I'll copy this one, and instead of maximum marks I will say status. Okay, so that is our first row. Let's see this in the browser now, how it looks like. So now you can see there are name, internal, external, total marks, maximum marks, and status. So now it's not looking like a table, but we will make it as a table soon. So the first row is complete. Let's start the second row. Second row will have how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. So we will have td here because we don't want a heading. You notice here the headings are in bold, but td will not be in bold. So the first one is name, or this name is for name of the subject, or else we can say subject here, will be better. and the subject we can put physics and close it using /td, and we can have 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Second column is internal marks, let's say 45, external mark is 48, then total marks is 93, maximum marks is 100, and the status is passed. Okay, so the first subject is passed. So let's save this file and see the change. Now you can see mark list of XYZ, subject is physics, internal 45, external 48, total marks 93, and maximum marks is 100, and status is passed. And the next row, we can copy this entire thing, second row, and paste it down there, and instead of physics we can have a chemistry. We can have some other marks here, 40, 40 and say 80, that is also passed. Save this file, go back to the browser and refresh. Now you can see second subject marks are there. We can copy one more row here and say mathematics, let's say 45, 45, 90. Save the file, go back to the browser, refresh. Now you can see the third row here. So this way you can add on rows and create your table in a better way. But we want some changes to the table. First one is this does not look like a table. There are no borders around the table. So we need borders. So for creating that, we will use some attributes for the table tag. And the attribute used for creating a border is the border attribute itself. Border is equal to, you can have some pixel value which will specify the thickness of the border. Now I am saying 2 pixels. You can see there is a border around each cell. So this way you can have border. If I increase it to 5 pixels, you can see the border is now even thicker. So this way you can specify the border. There are some other attributes also that we can use along with the table. One of them is cell padding. Cell padding is used for specifying the space. Cell means each one of this is a cell. Total mark, this is inside a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. So how much spacing you need between a text and cell border, that is what is called a cell padding. So here also we need some pixel value, let's say 2 pixel. Save the file, go back to the browser, refresh it. Now you can see there is even more spacing between the cell content and the cell border. You can verify it by increasing it further. You can see it is now even wider. The other attribute is cell spacing. Cell spacing is the spacing between each cell, this small gap. You can increase that to say 5 pixel. And see how this spacing is now increased, but this doesn't look good, so we will keep it to 1 pixel or say 2 pixel. Okay, so now this is looking better. So we have seen 1, 2, 3 attributes of table. We can use attributes like BG color, and BG color we can give some light blue color here and say the change here. So now it is in light blue color. Another attribute that we can use is the width attribute. So width you can specify in percentage of the screen size. Say if I am saying 50%, let's see the change. This, if I say 50%, the table width will be the 50% of the screen width. So these are the common attributes that you use along with the table tag. So now let's see some attributes of other tags like th to merge rows and columns. In some cases you may want to merge the columns or merge the rows. Say for example, this is our mark list. Suppose you want to have a column saying marks about this. So the marks will be divided into three parts: internal, external and total marks. So there should be one column above this saying marks, and it should be merged. Okay, there should be only one. In that case, what should be here? These two rows should be merged. So that subject should come somewhere in between. Marks will come here, internal, external, total marks. Maximum marks should come somewhere in between. Status should come somewhere in between. So we will see how to do that. First, we will add a row above this row. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, you have to put another row above this. And the first column, you don't want anything here, so leave it blank now. Second column, third column and fourth column should be merged. So that is done like this. The attribute used is call span. Span the column to three columns and put it as marks. So now we have first column, second, third and fourth are ready. Fifth is not needed and sixth is not needed. So we can remove this and this. See, there are 6 columns here, but we have only 4 columns mentioned here, but one of them spans for 3 columns. So totally 1 plus 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this matches. So let's see how this looks like. Now you can see one column, that is marks, spans for 3 columns and it is coming somewhere in between. Next thing that we can do, so this is how you can merge 3 columns. Now let's see how to merge rows. Suppose I want to merge these 2 rows. How to do that? So for that, you can do something like this. I can remove this subject and paste it here and say row span. Instead of call span, we can use row span and say 2. The subject should span for 2 rows. In that case, I can remove this. Okay, so save this. Let's see the change. I can see subject is spanning for 2 rows and it is coming in the middle portion. So similarly, we will have to do this also. Maximum marks should be coming here, but it should span for 2 rows. Similarly, for status also, we want row span is equal to 2. So remove the status, remove the marks here and see the change in the browser. Now it is looking better than the previous case. So this way you can use the row span and call span attribute for merging rows and columns. Finally, we can do one more thing, that is we can group the heading and footer. Say for example, I want to get the total marks at the bottom of this one. Okay, total internal, total external and total marks and total maximum marks and final status. So how to do that? We can say one more row below that and say total. You can add this one 90 plus 40 130, this one 85, 93 133, this one will be 170 263, and finally the total marks is 300, maximum mark is 300. So let's see this. Okay, so this is the total marks. So we can divide this table into 3 sections. The first one is the heading section. So we can have these 2 rows as the heading. That is done using a header tag that is called t-head. Okay, and the closing tag is /t-head. Okay, so this will indicate that these 2 rows are part of a heading. Okay, we need this for another purpose. I will explain. that after this is completed. So the next tag is T body, and we have 3 contents here, T body, and finally the last row is a footer. It is called T foot. Okay, this will indicate the footer section /T foot. Okay, now I have added 3 more tags, T head, T body and T foot, but this will not bring any changes to the table. Then why it is used? This will be used if your table is getting printed into a paper. Then if it spans for more than 1 pages, then it will be useful. So let's see that now. Suppose I am increasing the number of rows. Just for the example purpose, I will copy many rows here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll copy many rows here. Save the file. I can see it is expanding to a bigger table. So if I try to print this, you can see that the heading subject appears in the first page, footer at the bottom page, and when we go to the next page, subject is appearing again and the footer is appearing again. So this way, if you want the heading and footer to be repeated in each page, when you print the table, then you have to group the contents of the table into T head, T body and T foot. If you don't want that, you don't have to use that at all. Just use the table TR and TH and TD headings, TD tags only. Okay. So this will conclude the explanation about tables in HTML. So you can try creating a table with your laptop or mobile and see if it is working. You can try all the row merging and column merging, and finally the T head, T foot and T body tags. Okay, this will not bring any changes to the look of the table, but it will be useful when you want to print the table and that table is too long to be fit into a single page. Okay, so with this we will conclude the session, and in the next section we will see how to create forms in HTML.